It's an all too common story I hear, and I've in my agency time, I heard the story a lot where somebody had a bad experience with another agency, developer, freelancer, and they're kind of they feel a little burned. You kind of got to earn their trust. Sometimes you're like, as a WordPress professional, you have to regain trust just for as a somebody in the space who helps people with websites because they have had bad experiences in the past. You've obviously with this client and a lot of your other work that I see you do, you're the opposite. You build trust, you deliver, you add more value, you keep your promises, you care about the client, you work through problems. What advice do you have for a WordPress professional who's looking to, have a better go at this agency life, uh, and like do great work, make decent money, have clients that pay over and over again, or like you said, you kind of landed and expanded. Next thing you do, you're doing the whole site and you're around after the launch. Like, what advice do you have to really? This is just something I've seen you do. I know you're also like a lifelong learner and a student of leadership and relationships and things like that. But like, how does somebody get to this level of what I call being a trusted advisor versus just being a web professional?
First off, thanks for the kind words.
Yeah.
I mean, truly. I wasn't always like this, Chris. I wasn't. I mean, I think back to when I was in my 20s and 30s and everything was about me and I took everything personal. And if somebody snapped at me or made some kind of a demand, I was instantly in defense mode, right? How am I going to justify myself and why are they wrong? And as I got older, I really mellowed out a little bit. I think a little bit of humility came over me and it was like, you know what? You don't know what someone else's day is really like. When someone, and in fact, when I was in the car industry and people would yell at me in the service drive, I used to get upset, right? But then as I got older, I realized, and one of my favorite lines was, I'd let them vent, I'd let them yell and scream. And at the end, I'd say, look, I don't know who you're really angry with today. I'm just here to help you fix your truck. So what's the next step that we can take to help you fix this? And the response was amazing because it immediately deflated people and they realized, well, why am I yelling? Why am I yelling at this dude? He didn't break my truck. And it's like that with the internet, right? Why, if a customer is upset with you or if a customer is dissatisfied or, and trust me and the client on this project had a couple of meetings where she was like, this isn't what I expected. And I thought you were going to do better than this. And I was like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but let's take a look at what's been done. Let's take a look at our path and let's see where we're at for the projection to finish on time. And let's make sure that we're going to get there together as a team. Let's make this happen, and
which I don't want to understate the value of that move. Like, instead of being defensive, you're like, all right, let's dig in here.
Yeah. Hey, I totally acknowledge this. Let's have a realistic conversation about it and figure out what our options are and how we can move forward, not dwell on what went wrong, or what expectation may have been dropped. And every now and then you need to reset expectations. Every now and then you need to go, hey, at the end of the day, I'm just some dude working in my garage,
Yeah.